Hi, this is Bradley Sowash. I'm the co-author of a book called The Next Step that I wrote with the piano guy, Scott Houston, host of the Piano Guy television show on PBS stations. I wanted to give you just a kind of a quick romp through what you can expect in this book. It's written for people who know a few chords and can read a melody, but they're not sure what to do next. How do you really take a lead sheet and give it some style and punch? In this book we use well-known public domain songs like Amazing Grace or Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or On Top of Old Smoky, She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain When She Comes, all familiar tunes, because when a tune's familiar it enables you to dig in and do something new with it. It starts with a bit of a review about how to construct chords by skipping up the notes in a scale or by counting half steps, but I'm going to assume that you already understand all that and jump right in to chapter 3 here and demonstrate a skill that you're going to need, which is how to play a broken chord. If you're going to play a song like On Top of Old Smoky by holding down what we call block chords, my left hand is just holding down chords. Now to give that a little bit more motion and excitement, you can break up those chords. This song happens to be in 3/4 time, and 3/4 is a great meter to be playing broken chords in because triads have 3 notes in them. So if you break them right up, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, it works out. So now instead of playing this block chord, I'm going to play it one note at a time. Same notes, C, F, and A, but I'm going to play them one at a time instead of all at once. It really adds a lot of motion. Now it's the C chord. So that's playing broken chords in 3/4 time. Now you can also play broken chords in 4/4 time, and there's a classic way to do that called the Alberti bass. It was very favored by Beethoven and Mozart and a guy named Alberti. The idea is you take a chord, C, E, G is our chord, and you just play bottom top, middle top, bottom top, middle top, bottom top, middle top. Putting it to a song like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, it sounds like this. Style, you want to plug in a pattern like a broken chord Alberti bass, but you also want to bring in some of the other stylistic embellishments. You're going to want to add some right hand interest, so you might go everybody that went to camp probably sang at one point, "She'll be coming round the mountain. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes." Now that's the way it would be written on a lead sheet. As you can see here, there's a lead sheet of "Coming Round the Mountain" with all those chord notes. Oh, boring, 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 boring. You probably didn't sing it that way at camp. You probably sang it with a little bit more zip and syncopation. Maybe you sang it like this. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. That's the whole point of a lead sheet. It's made for you to interpret it. So I'm going to play She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain with some embellishment in that right hand, changing up the melody a little bit. So I'll put my own little tag on the end of that just to show that you can take a melody much further than the lead sheet would seem to show you. So you're going to want to dig into that and spend some time with it. Just hearing about these things doesn't make you a good musician. It's kind of like sports. If you know the rules, that doesn't make you a good player. You have to get down and do some work with it. Another thing the book gets into is adding in some fills. So let's take this tune. Oh, when the saints, everybody knows that one. Okay, oh, when the saints, you hear all that dead spot there? We're marching in, big old dead spot. So we want to fill that in with, in this case, I'm going to use the pentatonic scale. That adds a lot to the song. It sounds like 3 parts, like a bass player, a melody player, and the guy filling in between the melody notes. Put those all together and you can just do a whole jazz solo on it. is available for this book. It has all 50 examples of the written music in here. So if you're not great at reading music, you can just listen to the... There's lots of ways to mix bass lines, harmony, and melody. One way is to play the melody and the harmony in the same hand. So Twinkle Twinkle, for example. If we harmonize that and play C chords and move them through their inversions, we might end up with... And we add a bass line to that. Harmonizing in the right hand. That's one way. We're going to play a open and closed chord. Open, close. With right hand embellishments. Another way to mix it is to play bass line and harmony in the same left hand, taking turns. So bass, chord, bass, chord. If we embellish that a little bit, we can turn it into a ragtime, something like... Had a little improvisation on the harmony there too. Turn around. That's the sound of a turnaround. Just really adds a lot of zip to the end of a song and sends you back home. I want to wish you luck as you pursue the piano music journey. It's such a fascinating one. So happy music making, and I look forward to seeing you on future videos.